This is 1984 by George Orwell. London, 1984. Except it's not London. Now it's called Airstrip 1, a major city in a new nation called Oceania. Nuclear war has been going on all over the world for decades. Democracy in Europe has fallen and given way to a totalitarian socialist government known simply as the Party. It is led by a leader named Big Brother, who is more of an idea than an actual person. He is the figurehead and the ideological dictator of Oceania. Oceania is caught in a perpetual war with two other massive nations known as Eurasia and East Asia. However, it is never quite clear who is their enemy and who is their ally, as the narrative concerning Oceania's war constantly changes. Big Brother's party utilizes propaganda, violence, starvation, and lies to oppress its citizens and manipulate them into patriotism. Devices known as telescreens are stationed in every corner of London. The telescreens are constantly broadcasting fake news as well as recording the actions of anyone in its view. This surveillance is monitored by Oceania's thought police, who will detain anyone who they think is suspicious. Technically, Oceania has no laws, but almost every human action is regulated by the party, and something as simple as writing is perceived as an act of treason. The party is very effective at subordinating the citizens of Oceania. They convincingly lie about statistics, they broadcast fake news, and they make disagreeable citizens vanish without creating any suspicion. The party pushes the idea that most of the world suffered under democracy and that their version of socialism has liberated the masses. The party even creates a new language called Newspeak, which is a crude, bare-bones version of English. Citizens of Oceania are either party members or proletariats. The party is broken into the inner party, made up of a few members who enjoy all of the power and privilege, and the outer party, made up of government workers. The proletariats, also known as proles, are poor citizens who live in impoverished parts of the city and do not have much involvement with the party other than being under its rule. Party members, however, are expected to devote every aspect of their lives to Big Brother's government. Party members are discouraged from forming relationships and must have everything approved by the inner party. Sex is seen as a criminal act unless it is done to produce children for the party. There is even a club for teenagers called the Junior Anti-Sex League, which promotes total abstinence in the name of Big Brother. Children in Oceania are brought up as patriotic citizens, loyal to the government instead of their own families. They are often trained as spies and sometimes turn their own family members over to the thought police. Despite the massive power held by the party, there are citizens of Oceania who oppose it. One of those people is Winston Smith, the protagonist of 1984. He believes that there must be more to life than government-issued cigarettes, constant war, loneliness, and death. 1984 follows Winston's journey from inner resistance to outspoken rebellion, the struggle of a self-aware man in a hypnotized world. Although the setting is fictional, the story is startling in its familiarity, a mosaic of historical oppression and revolution that does not discriminate in its criticism of modern politics. The story is ripe with allusions to fascist regimes like the Nazis, as well as the ill effects of capitalism and imperialism. It illustrates the potential dangers of surveillance technology in the hands of a power-hungry government, and the divisive effects it can have on entire communities. Winston's journey maps out the limits of free will and measures the altitudes to which man will climb to see over the boundaries of his own conformity. 1984 is the story of a man trying to outrun the lengthening shadow of a violent government that seeks to divide and control the masses. In his effort to escape, Winston finds freedom in exile, but discovers that even solitude can be an illusion.